Hey, GetFox here. Today we got some gameplay and some weekend wrap-up, I guess, in Weekend League. So I put together the Kelvin Johnson set after finishing that NAT Snowbees through the solos, getting the uniforms to get the +1 speed to all of these Snowbees. So I also pulled a whole bunch of Steelers packs for the Rod Woodson. Here's the Kelvin Johnson we got with the 93 speed. It'll be boosted up to 94 speed with the uniforms, spec catch 97, and so on and so forth. He's going to be a solid player to add. Here's 58 of the Steelers exchanges. I cut out the first few. What did I do? 80 some, I think, and I've cut out the first few because those were ass. And as you've seen a lot of other YouTubers do, the fast forward through these packs just to show you how terrible they were for me too. And so yeah, copying in imitations, the sincerest form of flattery. But like the title says, this is a game against Dubby. He won Madden Classic or something, not Classic, Madden tournament last year. He's gotten pretty high up in the finals of tournaments this year. So we got a gameplay versus him. I think somebody said he's using a salary cap team. I wasn't able to look at his roster. So my team is obviously going to be better than his. And we'll talk about more of the gameplay when we get there. Let's just talk through the Rod Woodson set. So Rod Woodson came out this weekend. They've put out a lot of like good cards. And I pulled a Rod Woodson. Maybe I could put that as a clickbait title. I won't because morals, but they've been doing a good job through this promo, I think, putting out limited time legends, something we've asked a lot of. Now, a lot of people are pissed off that they're putting out these limited time cards that we can power up, and I am definitely on the side of that. The power up promo, I said from the start, was a dumb idea to make these guys NAT, to not be able to get your money back. I think it's just a bad idea in itself. Like, if they made all these limiteds, if they really got a lot of legends, and like every single one of these limited time cards that were in the packs, or what am I looking for? The promo were all legends. I'd love that. But since they're actual like cards that also have power-ups, but you can't power up limited time cards because they don't want all the limited time cards evaporating and power-ups, you're not going to be able to power up down the line. So it's a complicated thing. As you see, so we're pulling for Rod Woodson. Obviously, he doesn't have a power-up, and this is a great card to be a limited time card. These legends. So the Rod Woodson is essentially the best card, and it is pull my daily stocking stuffers and the quick sells, and as you guys notice, we always do bad in quick sells too. So we also got out Urlacher and Carmichael this weekend. I have the Twitch Prime Carmichael. This gameplay will not feature the Twitch Prime Carmichael. I streamed with him on Friday. I'll probably end up picking up Carmichael himself, doing a review of all these new players. Brian Urlacher, you'll get a review out. He was my middle linebacker during the game. You'll see in that gameplay. We also got Rod Woodson, Kelvin Johnson, all the limited. We'll go over the roster in a little bit. So here are the second set of Steeler exchanges. We got the last part of it. So Urlacher coming out. I'm really disappointed in this card. Only have an 88 zone coverage. If you get the read and react card, you can get up to 90. Then you'll got to get Tyron to get him up over 91. And you won't be disappointed in him at that point. 87 speed on him. And I don't like... maybe Ultimate Legends, once they'll do like limited time for Ultimate Legends, they'll start having red chems on them. I'm disappointed that the Legends didn't have red chems on them. Like, all my wide receivers right now have Playmaker on them. So if I want to Playmaker something, I know they're going to all react the same. If I go ahead and get Carmichael, the Legend, like one of the 95 overall, one of the top cards in the game, he's not going to have that red chem on him. Little disappointing. But moving forward with the rest of the recent players, we also got more limited time cards today. DeMarco Murray, Deshaun Watson, Jones, and Darius. So they have red chems on them, along with the Rod Woodson was so close to being the best card, as we'll get to that in a little bit. I'm opening my level packs here. Actually, I don't think I included my level 40 packs. So as you see at the top, I'm level 39. And through Weekend League, I'm going into the Dubby game at 9-0. So I was able to get to level 40 with that gameplay. And we ended up buying the full legend pack at level 40. I'll give you 3 seconds to guess who we pulled out of it. 3, 2, guess in your head. 1, we got Larry Allen. So I was using Twitch Prime Matthews before that. I would have preferred the, Michael? The other left guard, because he's just a better left guard. But we got the slow one, and left guard's got to pull so much in this game. It's tough, because so much of this game is outside running, and I guess Larry Allen's good for downhill running, and they kind of messed him up on his speed, only having the 50s, even though he's a speedy big guy. So here we are picking our level caps as our LT tokens, even though we need them. So that'll be elite badge fodder, basically. We're getting these level packs for the guaranteed elite. There's a little dent. Not the right dent. We'd prefer a 90+ dent, but I guess we'll take it since we are beggars and not choosers. So moving forward, have you guys liked this promo overall? My thoughts on the Frost promo itself, I've thought this is another promo that have done very well. I think the biggest complaints with Madden 18 is the day-to-day, week-to-week content that we've received. So having this snow beasts, the out of position, this whole Frost promo has basically been great. Even if they're only coming out with 1 or 2 limited times, we got 4 today. And if they're coming out with 1 a day, it's still an exciting thing to log in and pull packs for. It's what MUT's basically all based around, is pulling packs, building your team, and finding these new top-end cards for guys like me. Maybe it's just because it's catering to my market. And, I've talked about there's many different markets of MUT. There's the the top-end guys. There's the no money spent guys, but that are really into the mode, that actually grind and get a high overall team. Then there's kind of more the budget guys. There's the brand new guys with the Christmas promo, so they got to put out lower overalls for those guys. Easily complete. We got a lot of those Frost lower overall ones that are pretty cheap for them to make good, solid players. And on that topic, I will be putting out budget teams this week. Expect one probably. I want to try one every day. I'm not going to promise every day, but I'm going to try and get them as quick as possible. So here, just go some rapid fire a little bit later. So here are buying Rod Woodson from the block. Let's take a look at his stats. Best CB in the game. Although they screwed him on the red cam, I really would have preferred unfakeable or secure tackle. Just to have unfakeable at the edges against tosses and stuff is so dang important. So 96 speed on him with the Frost uniform equipped, 97 acceleration, 97 agility, and we'll do a full review on this card. I just want to show it to you the stats. So pick specialist, his catching's only 81, but his, like I said on stream, he had a weakness of catching, but they turned it into a strength. So the pick specialist, getting better picks, getting better hands is great. Randy Moss, I have him at free safety 3. I was using him in the 46, but I picked up the free safety Kelvin. So Kelvin is my CB4, which will be my user in the 46 speed package. There's Urlacher at middle linebacker. The defense overall is looking pretty tough. Sean Taylor ended up moving to strong as safety. He's still playing well there. Night Train Lane and Rod Woodson and Bo Jackson is 1, 2, and 3. We should be able to stop the run with those 3. As we move over to the offense, Steve Young, I'm going to give my full thoughts on him during the review. But there is Chris Carter and Kelvin Johnson on the outside. And then I'm going to be running, I don't know if you saw that quick enough, the Jags playbook. It is not something I'm familiar with, so you'll see a lot of me mixing my offense a little bit more than I should have. So this is against Dubby. So yeah, I'm going against you guys saw me put out the New England ebook, so I've moved on to try to put out new content. In the first few games, I don't know, 100 games or so with a new book, you're going to struggle because there are some games in this weekend league where I just didn't know the right button. Well, I pressed the wrong button and threw a pick because whereas in some books you end up knowing which receivers are which players during the play. This is not one of those books. So it's a learning experience still, knowing what we feel comfortable in versus pressure versus everything. So he is leaving his right side of the field open over there, and he does that all game long when we go into that formation with the tight end or no wide receiver on that side of the field. He's got great pocket presence there, and Michael Vick. So they said he had a salary cap team, but his offensive line was holding up really well, unless I sent crazy amount of pressure that was able to get through. But yeah, Michael Vick with a good offensive line, I still think this is probably the best quarterback in the game still with his throw power. Like, he's making plays and throws that I know Young can't. And the accuracy, I don't think Young meets the threshold accuracy for medium and deep. So we sent, pass committed, maybe we got home there. So Michael Vick, again, making me his bitch, not fumbling there. So making Vic fumble is a very needed thing we need for our defense. Nice pass, but he passed it into his lineup. So Dubby, I think one of his biggest strengths, he calls the same play every single time, that Y out of the Packers book. His biggest strength is holding in the pocket, letting his offensive lineman block for him. So not that was dangerous. So basically not moving the pocket and giving himself a lot of time in that pocket. Look at that. I spun out the unfakeable. I guess it will be a good way. So we're passing the ball. I could run the ball the whole game and pop. Maybe I should have ran the ball. Chris Carter popped it out. So that was devastating. We were on the way to at least getting 3 points until a receiver popped it out, and he basically turned the game around 7-7. So we can't have that kind of mistake or that kind of issues when we're facing a top-end opponent, one of the basically the best players in the Madden world. Probably, what would you say? He's like second best player behind Skimbo right now, just on tournament victories and consistency. So this was a bad play. That's a play I like to run out of the New England playbook. It's a little bit different timing here in the Jags. And as you saw, my running back, I need 3rd and 21, and he picked it. Okay, as a short punt. So my running back ran into my lineman, so I couldn't get the separation there between the in route and the nice. He fumbled, but he picked it up. So the in route and the running back route. So that route right there is why this is killing cover 3. Now watch this route. Ooh, out of bounds. He said the same thing. So I can't get my safety to cover it. So this time I put a purple and a hard flat out there. And nothing. He still got it. But look at this. Foot's out of bounds. Foot's out of bounds, ref. What are you doing to me? You're killing me, Smalls. And nope, nothing. He still got the touchdown there. So cover 3, we know that route just absolutely beats us. And oh my God, fumbled again. That is not something that is going to win you games. 2 fumbles on back-to-back drives where he converted the first one into points. Other ones, and this is another one. This is devastating. Kelvin Johnson, what am I doing with you here? Maybe that ball's a little bit past his head. Maybe I freeze-fraded a little second late, but that was right. That should have been your pick, Kelvin. I was really disappointed when Kelvin didn't get that animation, the spec animation. Once again, Mike Vick's killing me, but we end up killing Mike Vick and Randall. So here's where Randall's slower than Kelvin Johnson. He's catching. So I'm thinking he might dive after me. So I try to swerve just in case he dives at that moment. Now this play is also that play itself, that toss, is both in the Jaguars and the Packers book. He runs the Packers book. He's run it for a while, so he knows that play. That's going to come into play later. Just remember yourself. That toss out of that play, that formation is very glitchy. Nice little in route against my cover 3, or sorry, post route there. Post route again. He probably could have fit it there. Again, my cover 3 corners, and that's the biggest weakness in the 46, is that cover 3. They are trying to man up, and his drag just absolutely burned us. Who is that? Kelvin? Kelvin just absolutely burned our corner there. We went to Dollar to try to figure out his corner route, and Mike Vick once again just outrunning our contains, our spies, our everything. He's just a glitchy player. There, we got a spy on here. We're able to keep him, and he is able to actually outrun my spy. But we're able to pick up the ball. Luckily, we get a low hit stick on Mike Vick. Dubby should. I think Dubby's kind of messing around here a little bit. He should be more conservative with Vick, and I think in a tournament setting he would be, and I wouldn't be getting those turnovers. So kind of our fumbling on both sides of the ball is unfortunate. But I was actually on ball carrier aggressive because I took Mr. Golden Sports' tweet to be realistic, and people told me Mr. Golden Sports was being serious when he said run on aggressive. Do not run on aggressive. You are going to get way more fumbles. Run unbalanced. That is my recommendation. So, all right. So we run a screen pattern. We try to spin move, and that haha Clinton Dix with unfakeable is absolutely killing me. There was a loop blitz. I think the first loop blitz he sent all game. So great play there. We try to fit it in there. I think Mike Vick actually makes that play where Steve Young's only got 90. This is on the edge of range. 56 yards. You cannot hit with Vinatieri. Watch this. I hit the bottom dang post. So 56 yards is Vinatieri's range. Was I against the wind? I may have been against the wind. There. Great pocket presence. Great process. We sent the spy, which was not a good idea, and then he just takes off. Like a 3-man, 4-man rush, and he takes on the hit stick with Vic. Once again, I think he's just having fun here. So this is a back route. Bo Jackson can't get through. He gets nice penetration there. Looks like he I don't know. He's got really good run defense. So I throw the corner route. That basically what I talked about earlier. He's leaving that side of the field open, and that way he covered it with his user and was able to get the pick with Barr over my Jason Taylor. So 6'5", over 6'6", but he had a nice angle on it. So we're just sitting here. The 3-man rush can't get home. At that point, the reason I didn't follow that because I was watching the quarterback. At that point, I was like, all right, this rush getting home. So I decided to gas him up a few plays in a row here. I send my basically only blitzes with the 46 defense. Which is the linebacker blitz, and then you do a little bit out route. There it is, a smart routed out route to the sticks, and it just, you can't cover it because of how terrible zone coverage is at times with logic. So there we get through. Little bit of pass committing here, a little bit of extra rush. So sometimes you get through. There he comes. He walks into a sack. So 3rd and 20, getting to the sideline, and he does another low pass to Jackson. 4th and 1, he wants to run at the score. Oh no! So at this point, he could have kneeled the ball out. Oh no, that was 4th and 1. I guess he couldn't have kneeled the ball out. But he could have kicked the field goal to make it 17-10. So at this point, he went for it. And I'm like, okay, he's trying to rub it in. I don't know. I wasn't able to watch his side of this thing because he doesn't have past broadcasts on for competitive sake. Competitors don't like to show what they're doing, so they don't leave past broadcasts on. So I unfortunately wasn't able to my plan for this was to mix in his side of the view and my side of the view to do a Twitch thing back and forth, but we were not able to get it. So I come out in this formation. Remember earlier when I said the glitchy play was that toss of this formation? He recognizes it. He's in the Green Bay playbook. He thinks Bo Jackson's going to do something to him, so I decided to streak lob Kelvin, thinking that he was going to basically say, this guy's a YouTuber, and his chat was egging him on, I think, to basically say, bury this guy. And that's why we saw with that last play, the play near the end zone, he went for it instead of kicking the field goal. So he went for it to try and run up the score, like people told me his chat was saying. So I said, well, maybe he's getting cocky with this toss play. So I streaked them, and that's kind of what I was thinking. Once again, it was a pass right in front of Tyron. It got knocked down. Luckily that time in my cover 3, no matter who you have out there, will not stop that route. It's the same thing with C routes if thrown at the right time. Michael Vick once again evading us. So there's only 2 seconds left. We tackle him. 1 second left. Last play of the game. He takes a timeout. So this is the clutch last play of the game. We decided to send pressure, man up his outside guys, go 3 deep over the top. Basically make it so he can't cut a touchdown. You know, 60-yard field goals out of the range of just about every single kicker in the game without a big win behind you. So as long as we don't let up a touchdown here, we should be fine. So we're sending the heat, not letting him get a ton of time. I think he's probably trying like some sort of like a cover 3, cover 2 beater here, and in route, out route, we get the pressure. So we win the game against Dubby. GG against him. Good opponent. I did have a better team, and I think that really helped me win this game. But he seems to win tournaments all the time. He's a great competitor. So I will, thanks for watching, guys. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.